Hello witches, I am High Priestess Orson Phoenix. Thank you for joining me here live tonight, either on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube, for this most important spell that you will ever do. No is a complete sentence, but also no is a protection spell. So if you have not already done so, go ahead and share this broadcast with a witch or two or three that needs this powerful spell. Saying no is a protection spell that many more witches have got to start performing. No is a complete sentence. This word onto tonight needs to get into the hearts of the witches who are willing to receive it. Hecate has put this in my spirit to broadcast this here live for witches who have ears to hear the Queen of Witches. So go ahead and share this broadcast with any witches that you know need to hear this word. Saying no is a protection spell. It is not only a full sentence, a complete sentence. Saying no is a complete sentence. Saying no is a protection spell. More witches. I need to see Hecate, the Queen of Witches, needs to see more witches doing this protection spell. No. And to make it even more powerful, saying no with no explaining yourself, with no explanation. Just know. Just know. When you explain yourself, when you explain your no, you are undoing that spell. When somebody has the balls, the audacity, the titties to say, why are you saying no? They are overstepping their boundaries. They are trying to make you undo that protection spell by giving them an explanation. A protection spell is powerful. Saying no without explaining yourself is a powerhouse spell. Saying no is a protection spell. There are a lot of witches who may try to bypass no by saying maybe, or later on, or I'll think about it, or I'll sleep on it. No. If the answer is no, the answer is no. When you use the word no in a protection spell, you are saying that you have drawn a circle of protection around you. That the people you have rejected, the situations, the hobbies, the bad circumstances that you may have gotten yourself into cannot cross. Saying no is not just for people. Doing a protection spell with no is not just for people. It's for bad situations. Toxic habits, toxic hobbies. But mostly it will be for people because people tend to push and poke and tug and prod once you have told them no. They may even get mad when you told them no. If somebody gets mad after you have told them no, they never respected you in the first place. If somebody respected you, they would just let the explanation stand. No explanation. If you tell someone no and they don't push it, they respect your boundaries. They respect you as a person. Even if they know you are a witch, they leave it alone. They don't push. They don't beg and plead for a reason why you said no. Saying no is a protection spell. More witches have got to say no with no explanation to make it even more powerful. Stop explaining yourself as to why you said no. Let that person call and text, email until you get tired of it, and then you block them. I'm not explaining why I said no. I'm not going to say, let me think about it, or let me sleep on it, or maybe later, or maybe next time. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. And as a witch, you cannot do that either. You cannot do that either. No is no. Some people, as we know, cannot take no for an answer. So at that point, you may have to put a curse or hex on them, so they know that your no is serious and to stop pissing you off or stop trying to piss on you. Some people cannot take no for an answer. They cannot take rejection. That's not your problem to solve. That has nothing to do with you. They are the issue, not you. People get mad when you tell them no and you don't explain why you're saying no. It's just no. Are you? And then you start to think to yourself when a person is pushing and poking and prodding and really trying to get an answer to your no, that you start to think, is this person stupid? No, the person's not stupid. The person's not stupid. They're just trying to break that protection spell that you have cast by giving them a reason why you said no. Saying no is a protection spell. You don't owe anybody an explanation on what you do, why you do it, how you did it, when you did it. You don't owe anybody jack or shit. You do not owe anybody jack or shit. If people cannot take rejection, if people cannot accept your no, that's how you know your protection spell is working. That's the number one way to know that your protection spell is working. When they have a problem with it, when they try to argue with you against it. Oh, why don't you tell me? What's the big secret? There is no secret. The answer is just no. They know that no is also a complete sentence. They know that. When somebody that you don't like, or somebody you know is not a big fan of yours, somebody you know is trying to cause you harm, that has already caused you harm, keeps on poking you, begging, pleading, that personally, for me, that pisses me off. That's going to make me angry. Don't beg for an explanation. What the hell is wrong with you? Don't do that dumbass shit. Not with me. Saying no is a protection spell. Saying no means I have given enough, and you get nothing more from me. A protection spell with the word no in it means you cannot cross this barrier I have set up. You cannot. You're done. You are done. Saying no is a protection spell. It also means that you have given so much of yourself that now it's time to say yes to you. It's time to say yes to you. Not yes to everybody that's in your face wanting something. How about you? Because you too are important. As a witch, you too are important. People may come to you for a spell, ritual, hex, or curse to be done on their behalf, and sometimes you have to say no. Not because the money's not quite right, but because you know that spell, ritual, hex, or curse is not going to help them. It's only going to hurt them. Yes, when you become a witch, people are going to be asking you to use your powers to help them. And sometimes you must say no, with no explanation. No matter if they stomp their feet, throw a tantrum, cry their eyes out, offer you millions and millions of dollars, which have happened to me and I reject it. Not all money is good money. Sometimes the witch will say no if you come to them for help. They have to. They must. They know they must. They know they won't be helping you live your best life by the power of witchcraft. They know that. When people find out that you're a witch, many people, lots of people may reach out to you. Can you do a spell for me? And you have to tell them no. And they may say, well, why not? I can offer you this, I can offer you that, I can pay you this much. It doesn't matter. The money has nothing to do with it. Gifts have nothing to do with it. It's the fact that this spell is not going to help you. And the answer is no, with no explanation. Saying no is a protection spell. No is a complete sentence. More people need to accept no. That's just the truth. More people need to accept no and move the fuck on. People need to take rejection. People have to stop begging and pleading to have a seat at the table. Because eventually somebody is going to pull the chair out from underneath you. That's going to happen. It's unavoidable. That's your fate. If you beg, plead, cry, whine, bitch, moan, complain about having a seat at the table, when the person at the head of the table has already told you no. Eventually, they're going to pull the chair from underneath your feet. Saying no is a protection spell. Saying no means I have given enough. I've said no to myself too many times. Now it's time for me to say yes. It's time for witches to say yes to themselves. You can't help everybody. You should not be helping everybody. Not everybody needs your help because you are a witch. Not everybody cares about the witch, him or herself. They just care about their powers. Some people just care about draining all of your powers. There have been times that I have rejected people requests for help because I know they don't give a shit about me. They just care about my powers and how my powers can benefit them. So I had to do a protection spell by simply saying no and saying yes to me more often. I have no choice. If you don't care about the witch who's doing the spell work for you, the answer is always going to be no. Do you know how much energy it takes to do a spell? Do you know how much energy it takes to do a spell? A spell, ritual, hex, or curse. It takes a massive amount of energy to create. A lot of energy. A lot of energy. And if the person requesting the help doesn't give two shits about you, that spell is not going to hold. It can't hold. When you go to a witch for help, you are basically signing a spiritual contract. That means you check up on that witch and how he or she is doing while performing your spell. You actually give a damn. A witch will know. Witches are more intuitive than anybody on this planet. They are prophetic. They just know what you're going to say before you say it. They just know. If your request to a witch is not helpful, they are not going to help you. The answer is going to be no, with no explanation at all. We don't owe you one. Witches do not owe you access to their powers. Let me say that again. Witches do not owe you access to their power. Their powers are theirs alone, given to them by the Queen of Witches Hecate. They can tell you no and not feel bad about it. They can tell you no and go to sleep calmly, soundly at night. They can. They don't owe you anything. They do not owe you anything at all. It takes so much energy to do a spell. Witches work with the energy found in nature to bring about real, significant, and permanently positive change so the witch may no longer or ever experience life the hard way. Saying no is a protection spell. Saying no is a complete sentence with no explanation. Witches don't owe you anything. It doesn't matter how bad the situation you make it out to be. They can still tell you no. You could have lost everything, and the witch can still tell you no. And not explain why. And not, most importantly, I believe, not feel bad about it. Saying no is a protection spell. So witches, once again, I am High Priestess or Sophinus, who is anointed and appointed by the Queen of Witches, Hecate, to be a voice for witches who have ears to hear and hands to receive Hecate's best. Hecate downloaded this message into my spirit to share with witches who do have ears to hear, from our goddess Hecate, the Queen of Witches. So if you have not already done so tonight, go ahead and share this broadcast with a witch or 2 or 3 that needs this very important word about this very important spell. Saying no is a protection spell. Thank you, witches, for joining me here tonight, and I will speak to you, witches, next time. Bye, everyone.